Hey guys, it's Kim here and welcome back to episode 4 of Life is Strange. So if you haven't seen much of Life is Strange, then you might want to head back and check out episodes 1, 2 and 3. Links are in the video description below. So yeah, episode 3 ended on quite the cliffhanger. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the developers have done with this. Because, well, as you saw, we ended up with Chloe in a wheelchair and things being incredibly different because we brought her dad back to life. So I'm not sure how they're going to change the game from here. So without further ado, let's get underway.
Previously on Life is Strange.
Whoa. You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Don't ever touch me again, freak! Let's talk about your superpower. What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us. Miss Caulfield, please, tell us everything.
Hey, it's Thelma and Louise.
That's Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
Max, we have to find Rachel soon.
Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues.
Welcome to my domain. Let's find what we want and beat it.
Max, you better come check out these files.
Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. Listen, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank being more than a friend.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
No, you don't.
Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? Ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Hello? Are you even listening, Maxine?
This is totally fucked up. What else have I changed?
Max Caulfield. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
So episode 4, The Dark Room. Now we already know from the preview that this is going to end up in the end of the world party with the Vortex Club, which I'm already feeling a bit nauseous about. I'm not sure about that. And then also we've got that mysterious message from, what's-his-face, of Rachel in the dark room. Which, you know, is ominous as far as things go. Has no one started to clean up this, terrible ecological disaster yet? Seems a bit unsanitary just to leave dead whales on the beach.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
It was nice that you sent me actual letters. It's more than any of my other friends have done. And you even wrote on that cool parchment paper. That's so Max.
So pretentious. But I love writing on it like an English poet. You deserve the best stationery.
Probably easier to write than to visit me. I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Not totally. You probably wanted to avoid awkward conversations like this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
See? Without you here, I'd have no clue. Bet you could take some amazing shots. Those beached whales are so sad. I kind of know how they feel. At least, I'm alive here with you.
You're a real survivor, Chloe. I know you have to deal with so much.
I don't want anybody else feeling sorry for me. I can do that. Along with my parents. My dad still feels guilty about buying me that car.
Ask about the accident.
Are you okay to talk about the accident?
We never actually have, huh? There's not much to say. Some prick in an SUV cut me off and I flew into a ditch.
Do you remember everything?
I saw everything in bullet time. I felt my back snap, and that was the last thing I ever felt in my body. When I woke up in the hospital, I literally couldn't move a muscle.
Jesus. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm just happy I did get to see you again. I could have ended up vanishing out of the blue like that girl from Blackwell.
Rachel.
You mean Rachel Amber? When was the last time you talked to her?
Never. I just read about her in the news. I didn't even know her name. You did?
This is such a different world than when we were kids, isn't it?
After that snow and eclipse, it's more like the end of the world.
So the weather stuff is still happening. She doesn't know Rachel Amber, but Rachel Amber still went missing. So this is the thing, is I'm getting quite frustrated about the lack of information about Rachel Amber. She seems to be a key figure in all of this, but we don't seem to be getting any closer as to who she is or, why. So, it might be.
It might be, but I'd like to think we can still change things for the better.
I'd like to think that too, but I don't have much hope these days.
I know things seem out of control, but as long as we're together, I don't feel afraid.
Hanging out with you makes me feel like a total kid again. You don't even know.
Listen, Chloe, I'm sorry I haven't been out to see you more. That was wrong. You're my best friend.
Max, thanks for coming out to see me. You're doing awesome.
I don't think so.
My nose is getting cold. Maybe we should get back to my place?
It is hella cold out here.
Hella? I hate that word, no offense.
None taken.
My nose is cold all the time. Playing devil's advocate here, but were you wearing a seatbelt? Because if you flew out of the car into a ditch, that says to me you weren't wearing a seatbelt. Which is a big problem amongst young drivers. So remember, everybody, wear a seatbelt. It genuinely saves lives. What I'm curious to see is to how much this changes everything. Like, is this it now? Is this the path we take? So does that mean that everything that we've done previously isn't relevant anymore?
It's a pretty high-tech lair.
Feels like a high-tech cell. But I am lucky my parents bust their ass to take care of me. I know it's hard for them.
They're grateful you're here with them.
Right. Especially when they can't even take a walk alone. Sometimes I act like a total teenage brat just to give them an excuse to yell at me. Pathetic, I know.
Chloe, you're a great daughter. You're kind and sensitive when you don't even have to be.
Trust me, I still get my rage on. Especially when a nurse has to watch while I take a dump so she can wipe my bum. Or when doctors flip me around like I was a science doll.
I can't even imagine. But you're still amazing. You always have been since we were kids.
Thanks again for coming, Max. I, need to get my drink on. Can you bring me some water?
So let's take a look around.
I still can't believe I put Chloe in that chair.
But can we take this back?
It's nice my parents sent a card at least. I wonder who this is. Kind of a generic card. I wasn't very available to Chloe. Real nice.
Just thought I'd drop you a quick note. I feel so lame. I know you're not. So apparently we did know.
At least I sent road trip selfies to Chloe. I'm sure that made her feel great.
Weird. Bathroom. Or a gas mask optional. Area, even. Area. Can't even read.
I should offer to put makeup on for Chloe. Not that I can, but it would be fun.
One of the best things about doing presenting jobs is someone else does your makeup for you.
Chloe is still a punk at heart. But She can't stage dive anymore.
Black Flag, brilliant.
That's so cool that Chloe has made friends online.
One of the original American punk bands. Who's she talking to? Oh. Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula is pretty cool. Oh, I do like that it has references I understand and I get.
Whoa, Chloe can totally control her computer.
Ah!
It's so great people get this high-tech help.
So that is a sip puff device, which so it has a mouth control on it. So you see that
totally
the
control her
3 bits
computer.
there. You blow into
So
it and then
great
use
people
your
get this
tongue as
high-tech
well.
help.
And it acts like a controller. I know that because ages ago, back when I was official PlayStation magazine, I did a big old article, like a big feature, on disabled gaming and kind of the ways that we can get help and help people and technology that
There's
helps
the old Chloe.
disabled people, whether they're physically disabled or you know, have issues with them visually impaired, or if they're deaf, or you know, anything like that. You know, just getting everyone and anyone into gaming. I'm sorry, Zoe. Chloe.
That
I'm
must
not
be
gonna
her mighty
give
morphine
you your
machine. No more bongs for her.
water yet, because I want to kind of like, you know,
Max, it is
Snow globes are taking over.
nose around. What's this here?
Oh, the snow dough. I guess not everything changed.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm really confused as to what's going on here.
Hello, Chloe. She likes fluffy animals now.
Who doesn't like fluffy animals? I have an entire room full of them.
That's a serious heat lamp.
I could do with one of those right now. The weather in UK is not
Does
great.
Chloe look at the garden and think about her childhood? She can't even feel the grass now.
It already feels like autumn. Look.
I'm glad I took this photo. Chloe has a new memory of William and her together.
Even if they are posed like mannequins. What's this?
At least Chloe doesn't weigh that much. Oh man. She has to use that ventilator just to breathe.
cool that you're here again.
I'm glad you think so.
I really hope we don't end up in a situation where we have to potentially help her commit euthanasia,
They're so
commit
great.
suicide. Like, I don't want to be doing that. That's too big a decision to make in a
Drink up,
video game,
Buttercup.
I think.
Oh man. No wonder my throat is dry. I don't think I've talked this much the whole year.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast or something?
I wish I could punch your face right now. A podcast? Dude, I am a pod in a cast. Boring.
Ouch. It was just a thought.
I know you're just trying to help.
Yeah, that's become a bad habit of mine.
You sound like an adult now. It seems like we were kids in another life.
You right, or what do you remember?
What do you remember about us as kids? We all have different memories.
I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
Me too. But we're still pirates in our own way.
Yeah, right. Check me out, Chloe of the Caribbean. No way will I get on a fucking boat now. Unless you're with me. As you can see, I can't keep all my other friends away.
You have me.
You have me. I'm not leaving you, Chloe.
Well, you didn't visit me a lot either. I mean, I loved your cards and photos, but
I know I wasn't around much. No excuses, I'm a loser. But I am trying to make things right.
how? Dude, you're not Supermax. And I'm not trying to guilt trip you. That's what my parents are for.
Don't know which way to go. I mean, Are You Lonely? Definitely. Are They Okay? They love you.
They love you so much.
I know. My mom and dad are so cute. They always pop in here and make sure everything's okay with me.
I think Joyce and William are incredible.
Max, the accident has been so hard on them. Our insurance sucks, and the medical bills are fucking insane.
Now that's something I just really am never going to get my head around, is the American health system. I mean, I think I saw a meme about this recently on Reddit where, you know, it had a picture of Breaking Bad, and it had Walter White on Breaking Bad, and said, you know, the American health system is such that we have a popular TV show where a science teacher has to cook meth to pay his medical bills. I mean, when someone is in such, you know, physical distress and inability as this, like, to have to pay on top of that, like, the stress alone will just kill you. In the UK, you know, we have the NHS, and Chloe, you know, all of this would be paid for by the NHS and by everyone, because, you know, surely that's how a society should work, is that everyone looks out for everyone, not this selfish kind of like, I'm not paying for someone else's meds. It's not about that. It's about paying for a service that everyone can access equally. And so people who are in serious health, you know, have serious health issues, can still enjoy a quality of life. Anyway, rant over.
Can they pay all the bills?
No way. They keep the numbers away from me, but it doesn't take much research to find out I'm costing my parents almost $1 million a year.
Chloe, you're priceless.
That was a terrible thing to say.
No pun intended.
You're such a geek. That's why I love you. Of course, I know a geek when I be one. See, I'm practically a human entertainment system. It would be sweet to chill out together and watch a movie like when you'd spend the night at my house.
What do you want to watch?
I think I'm in like a mellow Blade Runner mood.
Good
I always
choice.
cry at the end. Plus, you know, I always wanted to have cool colored bangs like Pris.
I know. You would look incredible with blue hair.
Don't tempt fate.
Now let's get this show on the road. And you better not fall asleep on me like you always do when we watch movies.
I remember, Max. Swear I won't fall asleep. Not when you're here. Not yet.
Now I want to go watch Blade Runner. Blade Runner is an amazing film. Okay. Well, are we gonna look at the drip again, or no? Tissues. Why are we looking at tissues? Use.
Thanks. I think you missed a grain stuck in my eyeball.
Hard to believe how just a little sand can cause such a big mess.
It's like that Chinese proverb. A spark can start a fire that burns the entire prairie. You know, like the butterfly thing.
So I've heard.
Those Chinese, so wise. Okay, let's search in this one.
She has to use a lot of lotion to keep her blood circulating.
I'm using a lot of hand lotion at the moment because my hands are just destroyed.
Nothing but medical supplies.
I don't know if I'm stressed or something like that, but all my hands are just like, ugh. I already looked at that.
Chloe can totally control her computer. It's so great people get this high-tech help.
You're really my only friend who kept in touch.
I should have kept more in touch.
Incidentally, Special Effect are the ones that the charity, UK-based charity that deal with funding this kind of thing a lot, and, you know, getting this kind of equipment out to families with disabled gamers, so people can, you know, still enjoy playing video games. I saw a kid playing Minecraft the other day, and they're
Here's the
of
DVD.
course doing the eye control that Terps famously showed off.
Oh my god. I made that mix for her when we were 12.
So yeah, I hope we have them again for this year's charity live streams, because I really like those guys.
Now we have a movie night.
Can we actually just watch the whole of Blade Runner now? Can we just sit here and watch the entire Blade Runner? Is that going to be the rest of this Let's Play? Just watching Blade Runner and watching Harrison Ford being freaking awesome. I can make that origami unicorn, by the way. It's one of my few life achievements. Make origami unicorn. I'll tell you what, I love movie nights with friends. I have them quite a lot with you know, Marsh, who joined us for the Nosgoth live stream. Yeah, we mostly watch horrific Korean movies that involve graphic amounts of violence. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. So did I fall asleep? Did I stay the night sleeping in a chair? Still there. So Chloe's awake, but I'm sleeps. I'm still really confused as to where this episode's gonna go and what we're gonna end up doing. I'm kind of scared and confused and a bit worried. I haven't tried to rewind time on anything. I should really try that. I totally forgot I could rewind time.
You fell asleep so fast. How dare you?
I know you were beat down after the day with me, and Blade Runner is a pretty dreamy movie to watch at night. Do you think Deckard is a replicant? Sorry, I can see you're not wide awake like me.
No, I'm sorry I crashed so hard. Were you okay?
I do have a mother and father when you're not falling asleep on me.
You are a bitch in the morning.
It's the company I keep. Yesterday was such a blast.
It was great seeing you.
I know things were different when we were just dorky kids, but being with you made me feel like when we were little pirates, jumping and running through the forests again. It meant a lot to me just to chill out with you and bullshit. Fuck. I'm getting my regular head pains. Can you, pretty please, go upstairs and get my morphine injector in the bathroom?
Morphine injector?
It's total Star Trek shit. You can't even see the needle. Seriously, I need it. My parents keep the swag upstairs because they think I can't get to it. But you can, Max. Like a pirate, right?
I'm on it, Chloe.
Should I be giving her morphine without checking in with the parents first? Like, I'm not sure if that's, wise.